Sometimes I just sit and think.
Mansour TheGreat. Mansour TheGreat right here. Sunday. It is exactly 3 weeks since my bike accident, where I got what I prayed for. I said, God, let me spit like Fabulous. So he gave me a chipped tooth. Chuckle, chuckle. Oh, it's so great when you're your own audience. So today is 3 weeks. The last couple of weeks, well, the last couple of days had some quite big breakthroughs on mobility. You'll see I'm not ready to start pushing weights yet because the scab still hasn't healed yet. There is still about, I think there's about like 15 to 10% left for the scab to close up. The white meat is gone. Now it's all of the yellow crystallization thing that happens when the scab's occurring. Outside of the scab, it's kind of like healing inwards. However, I will have a raised bump on my knee where the layers of the scar tissue have been forming. It shouldn't be that bad because I've been literally stretching it out as it heals, hence the pain. On the area where the scab is actually healed, you can see where my skin has stretched because it's a little bit thinner, and as a dark-skinned person, you can see where there's light, sort of light patches. So when it was healing, once the skin reattached, the really, really light bits start to develop these little round melanated, like they look like spots. They're not spots. It's basically your skin healing in short. Anyway, that's occurred. I've started using the bands. The isolation on the rehab leg with the band and pulling and stretching from above my head is coming, so the range of movement is actually improving like a considerable amount. The tightness, there you go. The tightness in the mobility is from the tightness where it's not been able to reach those angles where the trauma has occurred. So remember, I was saying to you in terms of after an injury, if you do not exercise, change the range of movement, ride through that pain, through that trauma after the initial injury, what you will notice is as you get older, that area will just naturally become weaker. And as you get older, you don't get stronger. So if you don't work it whilst you're in the rehab mode, you'll notice people as they get older, they'll have certain injuries they can't get rid of. You'll see that really, really common. And that's usually because, unfortunately, if you don't play sports, you don't understand how strong you can actually become. You don't understand how flexible your limbs actually are. So when people get hurt, they'll go to the doctor, and most doctors don't work out. Most doctors don't play sports. Most doctors don't even do anything related to physical activity. Most doctors. Their job is to make sure that you can walk and chew gum. That's it. They're not going to tell you, hey, by the way, we're going to help you be able to dunk again, or we're going to help you be able to sprint again. For them, it's to make sure that you can function, that you can just about walk, and that's it, their job's done. So if you do not push yourself after a traumatic injury, after you get it all clear, obviously, you will end up with having these injuries. And as you get older, you're going to be one of those people who have those walking sticks. And then what happens is, when people start to develop these sorts of injuries, they run away from the gym as well, because it hurts. And because they don't have anybody telling them that, okay, that pain you're feeling is because of the trauma, and you need to work that area to allow your mind to be able to understand that you're actually okay. And if you don't do that, that area becomes weak. Simple. So today is Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. And let me tell you, if you haven't watched me stretching yesterday, watch it. Just watch it, honestly. Range of movement is so much better. But whilst I was there, it was an event in itself. Absolutely excruciating pain to a different sort of level. But that's the thing with stretching, and this is one of the things why I'm more than likely going to be a yoga guru at some point. But for now, we're working on this. But the thing about stretching is there isn't a limit. I've been getting these awesome workouts from stretching. To be honest with you, when I injured my shoulder, if you've been watching some of my old videos, you notice there was one where I spoke about listening to your body and this and that. Around about that time, I was like 290, I think. I'm currently like 245. Anyway, humble brag. But this is what I'm saying, is like sometimes things happen to you that you're upset about, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. So this was round about Ramadan, and my shoulder was messed up. I didn't fast, by the way, but my shoulder was messed up, and I had to adapt my workouts so that my shoulder could heal. And also I was able to get some physio, which to be honest with you, as a person who's gone through his career with no private healthcare, and I have just been literally playing sports, getting hurt, and just guessing how to heal myself, right? Trust me, if you play sports seriously, get yourself some health insurance, do that. Make sure that you're covered. It makes a big difference to your career. So anyway, as it was during the Ramadan bit, I decided to do more body weight. I decided to do more cardio, and that's when most of my weight actually dropped. So one of the things that I did was I set this ridiculous challenge to do during Ramadan. And when I tried to do the first one, I think I was there for like an hour and 15 minutes, and I was totally boss. But guess what? As the days went on, I improved bit by bit. I was doing this all in front of the young kids of the London Lions, and at that time, I was already this weight. Now, the thing about it is you see, when you become a certain weight, you can't see yourself. And it's only when you lose a certain weight and then you watch your old videos do you actually see what everybody else was seeing. So for me, it's only like this week that I realized like I was really big in smalls. Like for real. And let me share this funny story, okay? Quick one. So you know how like people do the before and after pictures, yeah? So there's this top that I've got. It's a Nike top, right? And it's like one of my like profile pictures, you know? So I put on that top, and, showered up, looked in the mirror. Now I'm feeling good because, I've been going to the gym for like a year. And back in the day, go for a year, like that's it, physique. Now, mind you me, the weight has not moved. I've taken the picture and I've looked at the picture and I didn't like what I said. I was like, hold on a sec. Like, what's going on? But I say this to say this is, it does take time, and the reason why people will doubt you when you are on your fitness journey, when you're going from big to small, when you're going from fat to skinny, or whichever way you're doing it, right, is their eyes only see what their eyes see. Now, for me, when I was going to the London Lions in the morning, working out in the morning, and bringing my loud music and just really just doing my thing in the morning, a lot of them were just like, who's this guy, and why is he coming here, and why is he doing this? And for me, it's kind of like sometimes you have to go back to basics. Sometimes you've got to go back to basics and do that thing that you know how to do, but you've been running away from it because for whatever reason you fell off. And you fell off, it doesn't matter why you fell off, but you fell off in the sense of you stopped being you. And because you stopped being you, you found yourself surrounded by people who are not for you and are not like you, and sometimes they don't like you, but they like what they heard or what you used to be about. Like, when you are glowing, you will believe flies are butterflies. When you are glowing, you will believe flies are butterflies. And if you are a person who wasn't paying attention to, are you surrounded by flies or butterflies, and you was just moving in your space that you normally do, and you was not present in the sense of the games people play, you could easily be mistaken to allow yourself to be around environments, people who drain your aura. And for us who are creatives, for us who are artists, for us who choose to paint with different tools to allow the world to see our canvas in our view, be mindful about the energy that you allow in your presence. Remember, flies and butterflies are not the same thing. You want to make sure that you attract people who deserve to see your glow, and also people who add to your creative process. Decide what you're going to do it, keep it pushing. One.
Walk with me, talk with me.